My Lord is Allah. الذي رباني, the one that nurtured me. وربى جميع العالمين بنعمته. And He is the one that nurtured everything from the creation by way of His favors. Shaykh Salih al-Fawzaan hafidhahullah explaining this, he mentioned that when Shaykh Muhammad ibn al-Wahhab rahimahullah ta'ala, he mentioned in general about what was those three fundamental principles. He said now he wanna arada an yubayyinaha mufassilatan. He wanna now clarify it in detail. He say wahid, one after another. He say bi'adillati min al-kitabi was sunnah, by way of the proofs and evidence from the book of Allah and from the sunnah of the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And likewise min ayati al-kawniyah, min ayati Allah al-kawni, and likewise from those ayat of Allah, the signs of Allah, al-kawni, the universal signs. So this what came to say that there is two types of signs. You have the legislative signs and the universal signs. So he mentioned, and likewise وَمِنْ أَدِلَّةِ الْعَقْلِيَّةِ, and from the rational sign, from the intellectual proofs. He say وَهَذَا يَجِبُ أَنْ يُبْنَى الْعَقَائِدِ عَلَى أَدِلَّةِ الْكِتَابِ وَالسُّنَّةِ. And this is why the aqidah, the belief system, has to be laid out from the proofs and evidence based on the book of Allah and based on the sunnah of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. وعلى النظر في آيات الله الكونية, and likewise observing and analyzing the universal signs of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so we will be ترسخ وتثبت في قلبك, so the heart will be firmly established, and the aqidah that is sound will be engraved in the heart. Meaning it will be established in the heart, be firm in the heart. He say وَتَزُولُ جَمِيعِ الشُّبَهَةِ, and he say all the doubts will be lift off, will be taken away. And this is what wish barakallahu feekum we have read. And he mentioned, he say وَالْعَقِيدَةِ وَأَمَّا الْعَقَائِدِ الْمَبْنِيَةَ عَلَى الشَّهَوَاتِ وَعَلَى الشُّكُوكِ وَعَلَى أَقْوَالِ النَّاسِ وَتَقْلِيدِ الْأَعْمَى. He said as in regard to those belief systems that are established upon shubuhat, doubts, that are established ala shukuk, some matters that are doubtful. He said wa ala aqwal nas, and that are based upon the statement of the people, meaning your belief is just the foundation of your belief is what the people say. This is what you build your belief system upon, what you hear people say. And as Allah Jalla wa Ala mentioned, warning us against what the majority of people will say. وَإِن تُطِعْ أَكْثَرَ مَنْ فِي الْأَرْضِ يُضِلُّكَ عَنْ سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ. If you follow the majority of people on the earth, they will what? They will misguide you from the path of Allah, without a doubt. So he mentioned here that it is not, the aqidah is not to be built upon the shahawat, this doubtful, this shubhat, and the shahawat, this desires and the doubts, and likewise this shukuk, this doubtful matters, وَعَلَى أَقْوَالِ النَّاسِ, and what is built upon the statements of the people. He say وَتَقْلِيدُ الْأَعْمَى, and upon blind following, as you find the Sufi do. The Shaykh say this عَلَى الْعَيْنِ وَالرَّأْسِ. If the Shaykh say here the sky is brown, they will believe it. Even if they see it blue, they will believe it. Truly. Even if they see crystal clear, but the Shaykh say they blind follow him. Whatever he say is the truth, and whatever he does not say is not the truth. So therefore the aqidah, the belief system, should not be based upon that. The belief system should not be based upon that. How many of us, barakallahu fikum, this is exactly what this used to describe us. That we used to take our belief from what the people say, or from doubtful matters that we don't have no proofs and evidence. Or what our deen is what the people say. A person gets in and starts saying stuff with this. That's it. That's what we're gonna believe in this, without not going back to the book of Allah and the sunnah of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So therefore he mentioned وعلى أقوال الناس وتقليد الأعمى. He said فإنها عقائد زائلة لا تثبت. And this is Allahu Akbar. He say those aqa'id that are based or that are built upon desires, that are built upon doubtful matters, that are built upon shakawat, that are built upon this doubtful matters and this doubtful concept, and likewise that are built upon the statement of the people and blind following the people. He say فَإِنَّهَا عَقَائِدٌ زَائِلَةٌ وَلَا يَثْبُتْ وَلَا تَثْبُتْ. He say these are belief systems that will not be established for a long time. These are not aqa'id that will be remaining firm for a long time. And he mentioned La tathbut, it is not firm, it will not be grounded, it will not be established for a long time. And this is barakallah fi, you see any of these aqa'id that was, and today the same one that were upon that aqa'id, they have came to realize that this is falsehood. Look at the communism, look at the socialism, look at all of these isms, barakallah fikum, and every single one of them came to what? Came to be showing no resistance, barakallahu fikum, because not upon being upon the truth. And he say, وَهِيَ عَرَضَةٌ لِلنَّقْصِ. And because these aqa'id, they are exposed to what? They are exposed to that which is something that is nuqsan, some type of controversy, some type of opposition to even in the concept itself. And he say they are also exposed lil-ibtal. They are exposed for being refuted. Meaning there is always room to refute these different ideologies. There is always room to refute, barakallahu fikum, these different aqa'id. But amma the aqidah that is mabniyun ala kitab wa ala sunnah, there is no room you can enter to refute it. No room whatsoever. La ya'tihi, what's the verse again? La ya'tihi al-batil wala min khalfihi min baynihi wala min khalfihi. That there is no doubtful matters or there is no evil, no falsehood that will be coming near to it from the front or from the back, because it is the truth and it is the speech of the truth. This is the speech of the truth, meaning this is the speech of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So therefore la ya'tihi al-batil, there is no falsehood that will come to touch it. But amma the aqa'id, the other different aqa'id, barakallahu fikum, it will be always subjected to that which is nuqsan. Right? It's always subjected, barakallahu fikum, for disapproval. It will be always subjected to al-ibtal, to being proven to be batil, from being refuted. Now you take the aqidah of the Sufi, barakallahu fikum, from the first principle of the aqidah, it is, barakallahu fikum, maybe the youngest of the people of the sunnah would be able to refute it. You take from their first principle, you take from the youngest of the people of the sunnah, they will be able, barakallahu fikum, to refute it. So limadha, because it is not based, it is not established upon the book of Allah and upon the sunnah of the messenger alayhi salatu wassalam. So the Shaykh hafidhahullah, he say, فَلَا تَثْبُتْ الْعَقَائِدِ أو العقيدة ولا سائر الأحكام الشرعي إلا بأدلة الكتاب والسنة. He said all of the aqidah and likewise the remaining ahkam, rules and regulation of the sharia, it is only affirmed and established by way of proofs and evidence from the book of Allah and from the sunnah of the messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. وَبِالْأَدِلَّةِ الْعَقْلِيَّةِ السَّلِيمَةِ, and likewise from the sound intellectual proof. A sound intellectual proof. Not anybody that has his mindset that is so corrupt to the point that, barakallah, he see that which is halal, he declare haram, or something that is haram and he declare halal, but rather and likewise based on the adillah of the aql, al-aqliyyah as-salima, from those intellectual proof, but coming from only a sound intellect. Coming from a sound intellect. He say, وَلِهَذَا أَكْثَرَ الشَّيْخ رَحِمَهُ اللَّهُ تَبَارَكَ وَتَعَالَى مِنْ سِيَاقِ الْأَدِلَّةِ عَلَى هَذِهِ الْأُصُولِ الثَّلَاثَةِ. He say, فلا يمر أصلا منها إلا وقد دعمه بالأدلة والبراهين اليقينية التي تطرد الشكوك والأهواء وتصرخ العقيدة في القلب. He mentioned that this is why that you found Shaykh Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab rahimahullah wa iyyah, he laid out every single asl that he put on, that he put in this book, he brought some adillah from the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and likewise from the sunnah of the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So therefore he said, this is why you will not pass by a point except that he has taken the proofs, yani crystal clear proof that are based upon yaqeen, that will take out, that will chase away, that will drive out every single type of doubts and every single type of desires, and to the point that the heart will be firmly grounded, or the aqidah that is salim will be firmly grounded in the heart. قوله تعالى فإذا قيل لك, now when he mentioned فإذا قيل لك من ربك, now if you are asked who's your Lord, طيب, if you are asked who's your Lord, فقل, say ربي الله, say that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is my Lord. Shaykh Fawzaan hafidhahullah, he say فإذا قيل لك, if you are said, أي سئلت من ربك, you are asked who is your Lord, and وهذا سؤال وارد, he says سيسأل عنه في الدنيا والآخرة, he said that this is indeed a question that the individual will be asked in this life and in the hereafter. It is a question that the person will be asked in this life and likewise in the hereafter. طيب. So he mentioned فلا بد أن يعرف ربك, that the individual must know who his Lord. The person, he must know who his Lord is. He say وأن تجيب بجواب صحيح, and you must have the right answer, because the question will come in this life and in the hereafter. So therefore the person must come with the right answer. He must have the right action. He say مبني على اليقين والبراهين, and the answer has to be built upon what? Upon yaqeen, upon certainty. It is not about what the people say that you will necessarily say. It's not about what the people do that you will necessarily do. And this is why, barakallahu fikum, when there is a new Muslim, that we're gonna warn him against what? Against the different among the Muslim. We're gonna warn him against what? Against that there will be, as the messenger say, that this ummah will be divided into 73 groups. That not everybody that will call you to what they call quote unquote Islam is Islam. Not everybody that call you, tell you, hey, come on, read this book, that you're necessarily gonna read it. Or they corner you and they want to tell you about Islam, and the only proof that they have is this, that I've been Muslim all my life, or I've been Muslim for 30 years, or I've been in a lot of communities. That's the only evidence they can pull. But amma the adillah from the book and from the sunnah, this is not something that will be present in their mouth. So therefore, barakallahu fikum, that it must be built upon yaqeen, upon certainty. It must be built upon barahin, meaning crystal clear evidences. It is not my father say, it is not my Shaykh say, it is not this is how it's done in my culture. It is not, okay, because if everybody do what is being done in their culture, then what will be our judge? If I do what my father was doing, if he does what his father was doing, he does what his tribe was doing, he do what his citizenship was, his nation, his country was doing, then where barakallahu fikum will be ar-rujur? Where are we going to be going back to? Because there's a difference. Now I say what my father say, you say what your father say. No, where is the rujur? Where is the rujur? But this is why every single thing from belief and action, it has to be established from the book of Allah and from the sunnah of the messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So he mentioned hafidhahullahu wa ra'ah. He say فقل, say Rabbi Allah. So if that question they ask who's your Lord, say my Lord is Allah. He say هذا هو الجواب, this is the right answer. To say my Lord is Allah, this is the right answer. He say الذي رباني, the one that nurtured me, ورب جميع العالمين بنعمه, and he is the one that nurtured everything from the creation. Al-alamin, meaning everything from the creation. Al-alam, he say kullu ma siwa Allah. Al-alam, the easiest definition of al-alam is kullu ma siwa Allah, everything besides Allah. Al-alam, aw al-alamin, easy definition, everything besides Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is what is called al-alam. Now you have the alam, the different types of parts or different types of species and the like. But amma the alam, it is everything besides Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because Allah Jalla wa ala, He is the Rabba Jami'il Alameen.